You guys hear me? For some reason, Streamlabs. I need to launch Streamlabs in admin mode to make it work properly, and there was an update, so it didn't launch in admin mode. Hey guys, you can't hear me. Oh god. Oh dear. Actually, I'm gonna put a hat on because I feel like it's a bad hair day today. So let's put the Streamline hat on. That's better. Now I'm feeling nice and safe. There's echoes. Echo, 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 echo. How we all doing? It's been a while since the last stream. You would have seen I uploaded some videos. Fun fact. I'm not annoyed by this. Okay, maybe I'm slightly annoyed by this. My AMS2 video yesterday, I uploaded a video about AMS2. It's my most disliked video ever. Fun fact. Just because I said the new update is disappointing. Oh well. Sorry to offend everybody, I suppose. Did I move the mic? No, everything's the same, Brit. It should be all the same. Is there actually an echo? Unless it's using a different microphone. But I only have one. Yeah, it's the same. They cancelled me. I didn't get cancelled, Ketchup. I haven't done anything bad. Hi, guys. Right, so today we have the Spanish Grand Prix of 2006. If you remember last year, was it last year or the year before that we got killed by Alonso and then we got injured, I think. It might have been 2004? Does that have more dislikes than likes? No, it still has 85% like to dislike ratio, but it's my worst one on my channel. But to be fair, I don't really make content that's, you know, controversial. Well, apparently it was controversial, so everybody hated it. What about my own What is an ADV, Adam? Please explain. Let's have a look at the news. We got a new driver today, by the way. Schumacher, consistency is key. Michael Schumacher doesn't seem to be the outright quickest on a Grand Prix weekend, but he sure does have the consistency. He's now recorded 5 podiums in a row whilst not winning a single race. Pretty good. Can he go all the way? Maybe. The way the point system works in this year, he doesn't need to win a single race to really win the World Championship. One hitter quitter. Don't laugh. I thought it was funny. Okay. One hitter quitter. Sakon Yamamoto made his debut at the European Grand Prix, and by the end of lap 1, his career in the sport was over. The Japanese driver causing a crash at turn 1, which took out multiple drivers. I think it took out 4 drivers in one fell swoop. It was impressive. I'll give him that. But that's the end of his... Oh, so I didn't even say who's replacing him. Anthony Davidson is replacing him. Not the other Japanese guy that everybody kept saying. Davidson comes in. Early lacking the pace, question mark. Although Early has an average qualifying position of 2.4 this season, his pace in the race has been far from acceptable to mount a real championship challenge. Can Early improve in this area? Maybe. Who knows? Maybe I can win the championship. Maybe I won't win the championship. I don't know what's going to happen. That's the beauty of live sport, I suppose. Anthony Davidson is Super Aguri. Yeah, boy. How is this team still around financially? I don't know. They did it in real life, didn't they? How many drivers did they have in real life? Super Aguri. I feel like it was quite a few in 2006. Not Josh Kassan, not Dario Franchitti. Anthony Davidson, yes. Did Jos Verstappen introduce me to his son already? No, he has not. James Early is a slow coach like Bottas in the race. Viewership on the up. The FOM have announced that viewership in all events this season are on the up. This is the highest average viewership since the 2002 season. It's true. It is true. YouTube viewership has been up since, I don't know, biggest since 2002, so it's pretty good. Good going, guys. That's all you. That's not me. That's all you. Well done. Give yourself a round of applause for being here. 123 race starts. Easy as 1, 2, 3. Almost 500 points now. Morale has slightly slipped down to average. We've not even got a podium in the past 2 races. 2 top 5 positions, but we've just not been fast enough in the races. Entry list for the Spanish Grand Prix, Anthony Davidson in the number 23 Super Aguri. Teammates with Takuma Sato, so Davidson making his debut in Formula 1 today. I'd like to see everybody type in the chat. Welcome, Anthony Davidson. I don't know. Why not? If somebody does that, thank you very much. Let's welcome Anthony Davidson. You can say, welcome 4'2" man, because he's very small, isn't he? He's very small. Anthony Davidson. He's like a miniature person. Yes, John. So I always do it. Say if there's 100 concurrent viewers, that is 10 million viewers in Formula 1. So say we had our biggest audience ever of, what was it, 300 something? Or was it 402 live viewers? That's equivalent to 40 million people watching around the world. I don't know how that compares to actual real life Formula 1 viewers. But it might be similar, to be fair. I reckon they're in the tens of millions, aren't they, for live viewers in Formula 1? Is Karthikeyan still in? He's on the screen, mate. Yes, he is. Welcome, Richard Hammond, yeah. Drivers' Championship going into this one. It's been a few days since the last episode, so if you need a refresher, here you are. Michael Schumacher leads, James Early second, Raikkonen in third, Montoya fourth, Alonso after 2 back-to-back victories in 5th place. Now he's at his home Grand Prix. He's really going for it. Yamamoto not on there. He's 23rd. Davidson technically 24th, I suppose. Teams Championship. A refresher for you right here. Ferrari lead the way without winning a single race. Toyota a second. Then it's McLaren, Renault and Honda. And Minardi, Midland and Super Aguri have not scored points yet. Let's do some qualifying. Qualifying time. You have to see my beautiful desktop today. There we go. Now, I was reminded, I think it was Toffee, before the stream started, that, of course, at the end of the European Grand Prix, everybody pit for an extra time. So I panicked and thought, oh my gosh, are they going to have the same issue here? Hopefully not. But in my practice, my fuel did not add up to the laps I did. I put 12 litres of fuel in, which says 3 laps. But it only let me do 2.95 laps. I'm going to put 13 litres in. Boring Barcelona. Michael, not with that negativity. Positivity. Exciting Barcelona. Hopefully brings confidence. James Early brings confidence. The era of Ferrari domination. I think Ferrari domination is well and truly over by this point. Someone's spamming the love hearts again. I bet it's you, John. I bet it's you, mate. It's always got to be you. So, what has everybody been up to today? Start of a new week. Anything good? Any work? Any school? Any fun projects on the way? Maybe one of you is on holiday in a exotic location. Can we bin off Barcelona and go to Valencia for 2007? Yes, let's take a boring circuit and introduce an even more boring circuit. Well done, Brits. Good job. Not much. Fair enough. You watched CM Punk's return to WWE. I clicked on one thing on Twitter about CM Punk, and now everything on my timeline is WWE, and I keep having to click, not interested in WWE. Not interested. Really annoying me. Ugh. Chaos at school. You're on your lunch break? Fantastic. Oh my god, so many love hearts in the chat. Guys, instead of clicking the love heart button, why don't you click the like button? Yeah? Joe, you were at work? Lovely. I went shopping today. That's impressive, Crumply. Yeah, Valencia is average. I'd say Barcelona is better. George, it's going well, mate. We've just started qualifying. Cool. Trulli and pole. I hope the difficulty's set correctly. I changed something in the AI setup without testing afterwards because I ran out of time. Fingers crossed, everybody. It's fine. You caught up on yesterday's Abu Dhabi GP. Yeah, that was a pretty dead race. Abu Dhabi, nothing to shout home about there. It's pretty boring. Well, let's get out there, guys. Let's get a lap. Bloody hell. I think my back's just broke. I will make a few tutorials in the future, yeah. Benjamin, what are you waiting for? Yeah, Anthony Davidson out qualifies James early on debut. Wouldn't that be fantastic? There was a load of overtaking in Abu Dhabi. It's just, I don't know, it's just boring.
Way to go, you smoked them.
King Crab, thank you very much, mate. 11 months as pit crew. Is this guy going to pass me? Need to read the chat again. You're studying law for tomorrow's exam. Oh boy. Don't we all love exams? It has been a very boring F1 season just because there's no battle at the front. And you can't call the season boring without being called a Verstappen hater for some reason. But it was a boring season because it's so dominant by one person. Sure, I like seeing records broken. I'm just hoping it never happens again. We've had the dominant season now. Let's just put it to bed. Maybe in another 30 years and then somebody can come along and win every race in a season. And then we'll say, oh, it's the greatest season since Verstappen's 2023 campaign. Hello, Jeb. Right on time for qualifying. The elevation on this track, everything's wrong on this circuit. Lots of circuits on this game just look wrong. The midfield was still about... Yeah, but that's just... It's like watching a football match and it's all about the outcome. Let's say it's your team in a final and you end up losing the match but you were winning at half time. It doesn't matter then. I mean, the outcome's still the same for the winner. We've got 69 people watching. The nice number. I am a Williams fan, personally. Also, 10, thank you very much. Who's been gifted the membership? I appreciate it. Thank you very much, mate. I can't see who's got it. Jeffrey's got it. Lovely. Welcome to the pit crew. Engine's overheating, so we'll just do this one lap and then bring it into the pits. And across the line. 20.8. That's not a good lap at all. I'm expecting pole to be in the 119s. Why does my car jump up and down when I go into the pits? You remember the old days when I had an average of 10 or 15 viewers? Yes. I remember. But I think Sargent will be at Williams next year. Yes. Messed up spawn point. Not my fault, mate. When Gary Brabham was top commenter. We sometimes see Gary Brabham appear in the chat. What team would I want to retire at? I'd like to go to Ferrari in 2010 and then retire in 2013. A 4-year stint at Ferrari, me and Alonso in the team. I think that could be fun. Roberto Moreno, fantastic. Jeb, I've never touched the 2010 mod. Yeah, I'll go to HRT, get them a point. It is It's rubbish for cars after 2008. Okay. They are faster than me still. 20.2 from Ralphie boy. I need to open the radiator because it is warm out there. 29 degrees Celsius ambient temp. I get what you mean, Ketchup. It will be the first year in Formula One history, I'm guessing, since its inception as a championship back in 1950, that we'll potentially not see a new driver on the grid or any team changes, which is incredible. Incredibly bad. What is Ralph doing? Yeah, what's he up there for? Ralph Schumacher first. Come on, it's not 2002 anymore, mate. Well, had any snow over here today? I don't really get snow where I am, Jeffrey. It's rare to even see it once a year now. We get the temperatures for it. We just never get snowfall. It's just rain. It comes down as rain. It might be where I'm situated. I only get nose snow. Ah, that's a drug joke. I get it, Benjamin. Hey, Tom. Andretti may not be allowed until 2028. Is that because they don't have a... they're partnered up with General Motors from 2028 onwards, aren't they? I'm guessing that's the reason for it. Where should the US GP be held? Road America. Watkins Glen. I don't know. Montero, 6th. Classic Montero. That guy. You're in the Arctic. Oh, wow. Nice. Let's try again. The perfect Glen and Road America. You wouldn't have to change the layout, would you? Yeah, Adam, we put the radiator up to 3 now. Combat the temps. Yes, Sonoda leading the Grand Prix. That was the highlight of the weekend. I know Leclerc was in the Constructors' battle. It's just a shame he didn't put a move on Verstappen that stuck. Verstappen knew that he had nothing to lose, and Leclerc had everything to lose, so... Are you allowed to warm up tyres in the pit lane? I suppose, yeah. If you so desire. The car just goes bang, Michael, but it's random. The performance doesn't drop from what I've noticed, unless the engine starts smoking. Okay, there's a lot of time to be had. I need to start finding some. How about an 8-year-old Max Verstappen? I think that's a bit too young for Ayrton Senna.
Down at the first sector.
Ooh.
Up at the second sector.
Okay, a better lap.
Has just taken pole position.
Button into the 19s. This is what I was fearing would happen. That's fast. That's really fast. Right, we'll go back-to-back laps here. Okay, 20.1. We're only a tenth and a half off. We can definitely find that time.
You're up at the first sector.
There we go, by 0.3.
You're up at the second sector.
What's the 10th in the middle sector? Is it enough? Yes, it is. Okay, that's provisional pole for now.
Superb.
A 1:19.886. Okay. Alonso's not put in a time yet. Neither has Schumacher or Raikkonen. Trolli hasn't put in a representative time. It's PP for now, guys. You can't buy an F1 team for £1 now. Suppose not. I, for one, think Red Bull are going to start next season as dominant as they started this season. I just can't see how they could possibly give up the advantage they have. They'd have to do something really, really bad to give up the advantage. Because we don't have big rule changes. Sorry, Takuma, at least a few more times this season. You think Max will win every race bar Singapore next year? It's got to be something to do with the design philosophy of the cars. Because can you remember a few years ago when Mercedes, one of the years they were ultra dominant, it might have been 2015 or 16. They were dominant everywhere and then they turned up at Singapore and suddenly they were in midfield. They must have followed the same philosophy as what Red Bull have done this year. Where they're dominant everywhere and then suddenly they turn up at Singapore and... Is it 2015? Yeah. I loved that weekend. The shock in David Croft's voice commentating. When they, I can't remember where they qualified. I'm sure one of them got knocked out in Q2. All RBR has to do is copy and paste. Pretty much. You think Mercedes might get close? I don't know. Mercedes are further away than they were at this point last year. Mercedes won a race last year. Unless they've been super focused on next year's car, I don't see them really closing the gap much. Could Max win a race from a pit lane start? He could indeed. Depending on the circuit. McLaren will get a lucky win in 2024. I feel like if everything went right for every team other than Red Bull this season, McLaren would have won... I can't remember which races now. Those races where Norris was in the lead for 20 laps and then kind of just gave it away. If everything went right for every other team apart from Red Bull this year, I think we would have seen McLaren pick up a couple victories. Maybe Leclerc would have picked up a win. I don't know if Aston Martin could have won in Monaco. Maybe one other race as well. Like, if everything went wrong for Red Bull, maybe we would have seen a few other teams winning this season. But as it happened, everything went right for Verstappen at least. Perez, well, that's Perez, isn't it?
Trulli is now in pole position.
Trulli's ahead of me. Raikkonen's gone for... Alonso's ahead, we're down to 4th. Alonso, 1:19.5, that's ridiculous.
Has beaten his own
If I get out qualified by Alonso by half a tenth of a second again, it's destined to happen. You think Piastri will beat Norris? I don't see that happening for at least a number of years if Piastri continues to improve. Norris has beaten him comprehensively. I'm down to 7th now. I'm only 3/10 off. I'm 7th place. Yeah, Brits. Senna and Prost and McLaren. It was exciting because, yeah, there was friction there and they were battling each other. You know, pretty much as good as each other. Same with Hamilton Rosberg in the seasons they were together. At least when Mercedes were dominant, they were battling each other. And when they weren't battling each other, 17, 18, they were battling a Ferrari. And they had 19 and 20, and that was very one-sided. For a bit of 22, we thought it was going to be a battle between Leclerc and Verstappen. That kind of fell away in various different points of the season. Another try, yes. We'll have 2 more flying laps. You wouldn't call 17, 18 a battle. It was more of a battle than 22. It lasted half a season. Yeah, that's a battle for half a season. If it lasts half a season, it's a real battle. I wouldn't call it a battle if it's like Perez this year, when it's a battle for 4 races. That's not a battle. But if you're going into the summer break and you're in the championship lead, that is a battle. Hello, Istvan. Welcome. Right, let's get out there, guys. Temp's going up. Max Verstappen's in the chat. 8-year-old Max Verstappen. I loved the Vettel versus Hamilton seasons. I don't think they're appreciated as much as we should. I know it didn't go down to the wire, but yeah, until the summer break, in both seasons, it was very competitive. Hello, Arok. I've thought about doing some setup, not setup guides as in like car setup guides, but how-tos on the game. I've done a few in the past, but they're quite outdated. I might get around to it. The F1 challenge. Okay, hyper-focus time. Let's see if we can get pole position. I'll try my best. I'm not looking at the chat now until we've done this. Is that a Renault? Sent out to distract me, no doubt.
Down at the first sector. Up at the second sector.
Okay, there's potential there. It'll have to be the last lap though. One more attempt, come on.
down at the first sector. You're up at the second sector. Your engine is overheating. Shift left.
That might be it. Yes! Finally, pole position!
Superb.
By what, 3/1000ths? Finally, I've beaten Alonso. As long as he doesn't go quicker, of course. Oh, I'm happy. I'm happy with that. Please don't go faster. Alright, he's in the pits. Has he done all of his laps? Ooh, he's got one more run. Maybe finally we'll beat Alonso. I don't know. Man, that was... Well, that got the blood pumping. 6 minutes to go. He's still not gone out.
5 minutes left of the session. There's only 3 minutes to go.
Right, that's the end. He can't go out now. Pole position! We've done it! Really happy about that. That was a really good lap. Finally, we've beaten Alonso in qualifying. We finished second to him by less than 1/10 of a second in the last 3 races. And finally, we've qualified ahead of him. Yes, brilliant. Alonso in second place, early on pole. Michael Schumacher 0.5 down in third place. Then it's Montoya in the second Toyota. The McLaren of Raikkonen in fifth. Then it's Trulli. Heidfeld in seventh, followed by the 2 Hondas of Button and Barrichello, with Ralf Schumacher rounding out the top 10. Alexander Wirtz, who I'm pretty sure has started in 11th place in almost every race this season. He's in 11th again, ahead of Coulthard and Webber. Robert Kubica scored his first points of the season a while back, didn't he? I think he's on 1 point this year in his rookie campaign. 14th place ahead of fellow rookie Nico Rosberg. Takuma Sato in the lead, Super Aguri ahead of Jacques Villeneuve. Anthony Davidson making his debut today, only 0.2 off Sato in 18th place. Then it's the 2 Minardis, Liutz in speed, and finally row 11, Narain Karthikeyan and Thiago Monteiro. It's all set up for a fantastic race. He would have had an outlap only. No, he had more laps to do. He only did 7. So 8 would have been the outlap, 9, 10 would have been the flying laps, 11 the end lap. What's happened to Quick Nick? He's kind of alright, Nick, right now. Oh, it's raining. Oh my god. 66 laps. It's current conditions raining, projected conditions dry. Oh boy. Everybody's on... Make sure everybody's on the intermediates. Oh boy. Okay, we'll go intermediates as well. This will be fun. This is going to be crazy. This is going to be crazy. 66 lap race. You are on time for the race. Yes, mate. Just on time. I'll fill up to this. I don't know what's going to happen, though. So, we'll do that. Boy. Can I do an early lap? See conditions, come in and change tyres if I so desire. Yes. Hello, Nicholas. Welcome to everybody just joining. Maybe a longer first stint waiting for dry. The heavier I am, the much slower I am. Against the AI. I know it makes you slower being heavier anyway. But in relation to the AI's pace, I'll be very, very, very slow. I need the white visor. Felipe, baby, stay cool. We're bringing you the white visor. Is Monaco the next race? I don't think I'm doing Monaco. Maybe I will. Thank you, Aussie Grat. Good luck with your live stream as well, mate. Do it. Maybe I'll put a poll up. Am I happy I won't hear the Dutch national anthem for at least a few months? Maybe to psych myself up in the morning, to get me out of bed, I'll just put the Dutch national anthem on. Just to remind me. Max Verstappen exists. Fine, James, get out of bed. Do the work you need to do. Raining. Just sim a little bit. That much, that's fine. Let's test the conditions. Is everybody else okay? That's interesting. That is very interesting. Some drivers have gone out on the dry tyres. I'm going to make a gamble whilst we've got just a minute left. Put the softs on. I'll test the conditions. It's already stopped raining. It's already stopped raining. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's going to be dry tyre conditions. I know there's a slight bit of spray, but that's fine. Let's just double check, right? That means Alonso, you're screwed. You're on intermediates. Schumacher, screwed, intermediates. Whoever that is, Montoya, screwed, intermediates. Same with Raikkonen. Felipe Massa on the softs. Heidfeld, inters. Inters for Button and Barrichello and Rosberg. Dries for Wirtz. Dries for Coulthard and his teammate Webber. Kubica's gone for the inters. Nobody's actually in the grid slot. Nice one. Whoever that is, I've completely forgotten who drives for... Who is that? I've forgotten. What's his name? Is it Massa? It's not supposed to be Massa, is it? It's Trulli. Yeah. Oh, yeah, because last race, for some reason, Trulli had Massa's helmet. No, Massa had Trulli's helmet. No, Trulli had Massa's helmet. And for some reason, I didn't change it. Well, at least we know now. Yeah. Oh, breaking news. Massa has moved to Ferrari. Intermediates for Sato. For Villeneuve. Softs for Davidson. Inters for the Minardis. Karthikeyan on the inters. His teammate Montero on the dries. This is very interesting. I don't know why he's got Massa's helmet. Because it was fine for the first 4 races. And then suddenly it changed. Which tells me there's a batch file when opening the European Grand Prix circuit that triggers Massa's helmet to be loaded. I don't know where the batch file is though. Classic F1 challenge things, I suppose. Okay, based on the current conditions, if it continues to dry up, this race is going to be a gift for me. We need to win this race. Maybe for the first couple of laps we might struggle. But after that we should be good. Have I won the Monaco Grand Prix in this career mode? No, I claimed 1 podium. I think back in 2000. Are we predicting carnage for the start? Who knows? We want Monaco. Maybe I'll have Monaco. It depends what the AI are like. Oh, Jacob, yeah. Tell me about it. What a time to be alive. Some of you guys need to learn how to line up in a grid slot. This has been an issue in every race so far. 120 viewers. Wow, 120 people ready to watch me crash. Everybody else is lined up further ahead from where they're supposed to be. So that's where I'm going to line up as well. Did I win at Indianapolis? I don't know. Do it as a non-championship race if I am concerned. Non-championship. Oh, yeah. Who's ready to go racing? Well, there's only one more thing to do, and that's go racing. The 2006 Spanish Grand Prix is next. A complete mixture, inters and softs. It's a split.
Welcome to Spain.
Which choice is going to pay off?
With drizzle in the air and a slightly damp circuit, these are the sort of conditions that the great drivers thrive on.
I've never heard that audio line before. That's brand new to me. The stream is sponsored by EA Sports. No, it's not. Not sponsored.
Fernando Alonso, second. Michael Schumacher, third. Montoya couldn't quite match the pace of his teammate. He starts fourth.
He's on intermediate. Guys, it's dried up so much since they went to the grid.
Trulli,
It's
sixth.
blue skies now.
Heidfeld,
Everybody on those
seventh.
intermediate tyres.
Button, eighth.
Wrong choice, my friend.
Rubens Barrichello, ninth. Ralph Schumacher, 10th. Alexander Wurz, 11th. Coulthard, 12th. Mark Webber, 13th.
Tasso asked me to wave, so I waved.
15th. Sato, 16th.
Yeah, after 4,000 hours of me playing F1 Challenge, I've heard a new audio line today.
19th. 20th. 21st. 22nd.
I'll add some audio in for those guys at some point. Okay, let's go racing. Here we are on the grid, awaiting the lights. And there they are. We have 5 lights. We're underway in Spain. And the spray is almost non-existent. What a start for early. To be hurdled down towards turn 1 for the first time. We're going to have the lead. Alonso holds on to second place. He's on the intermediate tyres. So is Schumacher. But it's already dried out since the lap to the grid. But whilst there's still a bit of spray, maybe the intermediate tyres will still have a bit of pace to them. I imagine we're going to have a lot of drivers coming into the pits very early on. I guess it was easy for me to hold the lead, considering I was one of the only drivers on the grid who actually has the right tyre on. It could be a boring Max Verstappen race. So get your talking points ready in the chat, guys. We might be having a long conversation. No crash, what a waste of time. Whilst you're all here, make sure to give the stream a like. I've led a lap. I didn't lose a position at the start. That deserves a like, surely. They've not pit yet. They're staying out on the inters. Can't be a quick tyre though, can it? Oh, that's wide. Really wide. Marvo, I have no idea what you're talking about. Early can't pull away even with a tyre advantage. Maybe I'm just managing the pace. I've not heard of them, Marvo, honestly. My opinion on the Renault livery. Rubbish. No, in all seriousness though, I actually do like the Renault livery. It's nice. Although I don't like watching the Max Verstappen domination, I don't like watching any driver dominate, I am kind of annoyed he didn't win in Singapore. Because he's won 7 races since then, and he won 10 races before that. Why did Sainz have to win that? Come on, man. We could have had 18 race wins in a row. It would have been a record for ever. Favourite livery of all time? I always get asked this. I never have a straight answer. I really like the Ferrari 2022 livery. I love Brawn GP. The only F1 merch I own is a Brawn GP hat. What if Brawn GP stayed Brawn GP? Then Hamilton would have been a 6-time champion for Brawn GP.
Renault, already in the pits. Ferrari, already in the pits.
Right, they're pitting this lap.
McLaren, already
This
in
is
the
going
pits.
to show us the true order in this race.
Already in the pits. Williams, already in the pits. Sauber, already in the pits.
So for those just joining,
Already in the
the
pits.
lap to the grid, it was raining. Some cars went for intermediate tyres and then it dried up by the time the race started. I chose the soft tyres. All my rivals chose the intermediate tyres. So this will now be...
Montoya has lost his rear wing.
Oh dear.
Montoya has lost a wing.
Oh, Montoya's crashed. My teammate's out. Let's have a look at what happened.
Montoya has retired in sector.
Oh, they crashed in the pits. Oh, they definitely crashed in the pits. Where is Montoya in all of this? Where is he? Pablo Monto out. So he went into the pits. All looks fine at this point. Oh, he turns across Button's car. Yeah, and then gets clipped. Whose fault is that? I'd say probably Button's. Oh, no, it's just a racing incident. It's not anybody's fault. Button was... He shouldn't have gone to the inside there, though. You're back from Le Work. Not as good as Le Mans, Krabby, but close enough. Yeah, maybe a rookie error there. From the non-rookie. So it's me in the lead. Trulli, ignore the helmet. Trulli in second place. Then it's Heidfeld, who stayed out. Interesting. He's not got a pit stop requested, and he stayed out on the intermediates. Wirtz, it's Wirtz-mania, fourth place. Then Webber, Barrichello, not pitted yet. Coulthard, Rosberg, Davidson, and Alonso just rejoining now. Oh, this is exciting. This is exciting. Davidson top 10 on debut. He's lasted longer than Yamamoto. I've got to win this race. Everything is set up for a James early victory here. I'm just thinking of ways I can mess this up. Say the line. I'm not going to bottle it. The only thing that can ruin this is if somebody crashes into me or I suffer from some sort of mechanical issue. That's really a once a lifetime thing. To say that line and then get a mechanical issue instantly. It'll never happen again. Is that smoke? It is! I feel more confident saying that line. Because what are the chances it happens again? Each season we do, the reliability of the car gets better. Toyota team orders. Yeah, I told Pablo Monto to crash into Button. I have a... some of you may hate me for saying this. I have another Automobilista 2 video coming out maybe tomorrow or the day after. Where I give it another go, you know, have another crack at it. And it's a IndyCar 1995 race. And let me tell you, it was one hell of a race. Very enjoyable.
Renault are ready in the pits.
So I'll take back everything I said in yesterday's video. I love AMS2. My favourite game.
You're running first.
Will I go to Spiker for 07?
Sauber are ready in the
Brit,
pits.
because you spelt the team name wrong? No.
Minardi
If you spelt it
are
right,
ready in the pits.
I would have said yes. Do I drive as Jacques Villeneuve? I did not. I drove as James Early. Jacob, how many laps did you do then? If it was the Adelaide 200. I did 50 laps at Adelaide today. Will I go to Sauber in 07? That's my initial plan, yes. Yes, Jeb, they are. They've got me at gunpoint. Adelaide, not Bathurst. Yeah, Adelaide. Full race, 100 laps. Yeah, I did 50 laps. I really could not find much information for how long an IndyCar race should have been. I kind of figured out it might have been 130 miles on some street circuits. No, 160. And I set it to 130.
You're running first.
Honda Earth for 07. Oh, I'm not a big fan of that livery. I turned safety cars off. I know you don't mean safety car when you put SC, but it reminds me. BMW. Yeah, BMW Sauber next year could be the opportunity. But I drive on a road course. Is it technically a road course or a street circuit? I don't really know the difference. It's Adelaide street circuit, so you're going to run all races at 100% length. That takes dedication. I do it for main series, like this one. This is always 100%. But I'm doing daily videos right now, and I can't do multiple 100% races every day and edit and set up streams and stream and make short content in TikToks and Instagram Reels. Am I going to be the number 2 driver for Robert? What? No. I'm a world champion. Of course I'm not going to be a number 2. If F1 Challenge had safety cars, would it be the Ultimate Sim? No. I cannot name a game that's 20 years old as the Ultimate Sim. Because although I do slate modern sims, a lot of features that the modern sims do have is much better than what this has. There is no Ultimate Sim. There is nothing even close to an Ultimate Sim. The only reason it's so hard to find a sim that's modern, that's good, is because F1 Challenge was doing what F1 Challenge was doing 20 years ago. Imagine playing F1 Challenge 20 years ago and having the experience I'm having right now and thinking, oh boy, in 20 years' time, when my newborn child has almost finished university, I wonder what level sim racing is going to be at. And then seeing the progress 20 years later and thinking, oh, we've not really moved forwards, have we? It's tough. I don't have a newborn child, by the way. I'm just trying to make a point that 20 years is a long time. But do you get what I'm trying to say? We've not seen enough progress. I don't know enough about BMW's TL. To choose a company car. Toyota was easy because I've owned multiple Yaris's. I own an Igo now. Like, I know a lot about Toyotas. You think we've seen a lot of progress? I don't think we have. Graphical capabilities we have. AI we certainly haven't. I have more fun battling AI from a game like this than I do on modern Sims. I don't know. Next two, you have missed a slightly chaotic start to the race with all our championship rivals on the wrong tyre. Is F1 Challenge the greatest sim of all time? No, it's not. I honestly don't know how to answer that, because it's only good because of the changes I make to it, personally, or the mods that other people make. Base game F1 Challenge with no changes isn't that fun. You have to change a lot of things and test a lot of things to get it working correctly.
You're running first.
Who's actually an Alpine fan? Nobody. Okay, imagine you're a driver in the 2006 Formula 1 World Championship. You can pick whatever team you want. What is your company car going to be? It has to be a car that's relevant in 2006. Like if you drive for Toyota, I don't know what they're bringing out in 2006 Toyota. Why is the normal F1 Challenge game bad? Half the circuits the AI are broken. San Marino, for one. Austria, pit entrance. Monaco, the whole circuit. All of the engine reliability, it's all wrong. In the base game, they're all wrong. They're not set up for random failures throughout the whole Grand Prix. They're set up for random failures towards the end. Quality of life features. Changing the on-screen display or changing the camera. These weren't things that were in the base game. People had to make the changes. Honda Civic Type R. Respectable choice. Whatever team, you're still going to go for the Ford Fusion. Amazing. Trulli is getting close. Yeah. We're about to lap somebody. I can't believe Jarno Trulli had to borrow Felipe Massa's helmet. What do I think of the Alfa Romeo Hastil? I've not heard about it. This is the first I'm hearing about it. Crash into the lapped car. What an excellent idea. Yes, let me just crash in. Who is it? It's Karthikeyan. I don't think so, next to. It's been so long since the last Robert Kubica Road to Glory series, and as I'm almost finishing 2009 in my career mode, when I move on to 2010, I want to do a career mode on it, rather than the Robert Kubica Road to Glory. So sorry. Golden age of sim racing games was 97 to 06. Yes, I'd agree. I always go back to this, but in the span of just under 2 years, we had F1 Challenge, Grand Prix 4, NASCAR Racing 2003, Richard Burns Rally. What year did GTR 2 come out? Was that 2004? Either way, they're all within a couple of years. A couple of years! Incredible! Oh, is it 2005? Okay. Let's not count GTR 2 then. And your motorsport as well from R Factor 2. Oh yes, Ketchup, that's coming back next week. Oh, GTR 2 is 06, right. It's later than I thought, actually. The two Minardis battling up ahead. You miss proper arcade racing games. There's still arcade racing games, but they're just not fun. Like Forza. Forza Horizon or whatever. That's an arcade, isn't it? It's just... I'm not too interested in stuff like that. I might play some of the old Gran Turismos, the PS2 ones, like Gran Turismo 2 or 3. What year does James Early retire in this universe? If the mods stay up in quality, probably 2013, before the hybrid era. I don't really want to touch the hybrid cars. Alright, get out of the way, matey. Thank you. Never played Grand Prix Legends. One of these days I will. Because, I mean, it makes sense for me to play Grand Prix Legends. Almost everything on this channel is either older Formula 1 content or older Formula 1 games. So it seems a bit, I don't know, criminal that I've not actually touched it yet. Can't wait for me to win a pink Yaris in Gran Turismo 3. That'd be amazing. Yano was faster than me, but he's got stuck behind people now. Fave F1 season. Too many to choose. 2012 was a very good one. Almost every race was exciting. And because there were so many pit stops, each race had like 2 stops, 3 stops, 4 stops. I played a Gran Turismo on the PlayStation 2 when I was a child. I don't know which one it was. Something tells me it's the one that's... I don't know the names of them, but A-Spec? Gran Turismo something A-Spec. That rings a bell. Hey, James. All is good. Under the hood of my Toyota. Is it? Oh, it's GT3. Okay. How did Trulli end up 3 seconds behind? He got stuck behind the Minardis. Who's this? Is this? It's Villeneuve. We'll do a full race update, shall we, guys? Just to see what's going on. See the progress that Alonso has made. I have a plan. So, in my room, directly above me, we have a loft or an attic or whatever you want to call it. And me and my brother are cleaning, like wiping it out. It's just full of rubbish that's been there for, I don't know, since my parents moved in 25 years ago. So, we're in the process of cleaning it all out and we want to turn it into a classic video game room. So set up maybe an old CRT TV, right? And get a sofa up there and a nice rug and just decorate it nice with all these old consoles. And I want to set up a camera and a capture card and stream up there. I think that'll be fun. Maybe some PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 games. That might be a very long time. James' brother? Yes, I have a brother. He's called Robert. Oh, I didn't do my full race update. So I'm first, Trulli in second. He's got more fuel than me. Then it's Wirtz in third. Anthony Davidson is in 4th place. Coulthard, Raikkonen, Webber, Schumacher, Alonso is out of the points. Then it's Rosberg, Button, Heidfeld, Barrichello, Ralph, Kubica, Sato, Montero, Villeneuve, Liotzi, Speed, Karthikeyan. Pablo Monto, the only driver out. Don't bother the Attic Ghosts. They're in on the act as well, to be fair, Adam. We're working with them. Got more of them old F1 book facts. Oh, I've not read them for a while. I'll get back to you on that one. Excuse me, Villeneuve. Ah, the screen freezing. Next year, I'm planning on getting a new computer and a new sim racing setup. I've had the same setup with computer and steering wheel since 2016. So it's been a while since I've updated.
You're running first.
Cooking Mama, one day. Okay, question for the chat. What's new racing game? It doesn't have to be sim racing. It can just be arcade. What new racing game in the past year have you played that you thought, this is a good game? I've not played much in terms of new titles. So I'm just interested to... New Star GP. I've seen a bit of gameplay on that. It does look pretty cool. GT7. Okay. I've not been a PlayStation sort of guy since PlayStation 2, so I've not played any of the new ones. Wreckfest, what's new? Anything that released, I suppose, in the past year or so. It can be new to you, sure. There's no rule in the question. WRC, of course WRC. I had to uninstall WRC. I was having great fun on it, but I don't have the storage capacity for the game. Super Woden GP2. That's a very recent one, isn't it? A couple of weeks ago.
You're running first.
BeamNG. Wreckfest. I used to play Wreckfest a bit back in the day. Did anything good happen? Alonso's out of the points and Anthony Davidson is in 4th place on debut in a Super Aguri, which I think is pretty cool. Cops and Robbers. Is that a game? That sounds like a Roblox level. F1 2017. Okay. TT Isle of Man 3. I watched a few videos on the Isle of Man game. Mainly because my friend Matt, I assume he got sponsored by it to make a few videos. So I watched his gameplay on it. I'm pretty sure GP Laps made a few videos on it. F1 2012. Ooh. On the subject of F1 2012, I was thinking of a very pointless video that I was going to make, which was rating all the F1 games based on their game boxes. You know, like the cover art on the game boxes. Because I saw the F1 2012 game box and I thought, that's a really good, really cool cover on the box. It's very nice. I don't know if you remember it. It's blue and it's got a couple of cars on the front. It says F1 2012. It's quite a nice one. Some of the recent games, I think they're just kind of boring. You know where it says F1 22 or F1 23 and it just has 3 drivers standing there. That's not exactly interesting. Good for YouTube Shorts. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah. Please nobody steal my video idea. I mean, I suppose you can. It's a free-for-all out here. F1 2010 wins hands down. I can't remember the F1 2010 box. It's a guy, isn't it? And he's standing with his arms in the air, facing away from the camera. Is it that one? That's a pretty cool one. Pretty cool. I like a lot of the Studio Liverpool game boxes. The Japanese version of F106, which I saw the other day, and all it has is a Super Aguri ahead of a Toyota ahead of a Honda. And it's basically on the Japanese flag, the flag colours at least. It's very cool. The racing game needs cars on the cover to be a good racing game cover. Yeah, I feel like I could find a few exceptions though. But for the most part, yes, you do need cars on the cover. A Yorkie bar, oh gosh. Michael, I'm not sure, do they still have the... They used to have a message on the Yorkie bars saying men only or no women or something weird like that. For those who don't know, a Yorkie bar is a chocolate bar I know they're in England or the UK. I don't know where else they sell them. But they used to have a message on that said only men could eat this chocolate bar. Obviously, it doesn't have that message anymore.
Trulli has just put up the fastest lap of the race.
Well, he's still pretty quick out there. Right, we have 2 laps of fuel left. We might have to pit lap 21. See, this is the thing. Does that mean the AI are all underfueled? Because I've underfueled. And I wasn't even aware of the issue. I hope not. And I really don't know how to fix the issue. Oh, Robert Kubica.
Kimi Raikkonen has just put up the fastest lap of the race.
You're currently watching a video 8 years ago. You've confused me, Ketchup. Are you saying exactly 8 years ago you were watching a video? Or you're watching a video right now from 8 years ago? Or are you watching a video of you watching a video 8 years ago? We'll have to pit lap 20 here, I think.
You're running first.
It still says we can do 2 laps. I don't want to risk it though. I'm going to pit this lap. Maybe I'm just really bad on my fuel. Add a bit more fuel in. We'll be alright without lifting and coasting for this lap. I'll just bring it in this lap.
Raikkonen has just put up the fastest lap of the race.
Raikkonen. Yeah, Formel, he must have overtook both of them. If Raikkonen's pumping in the fast laps.
Pit crew ready.
Trulli has about 3 or 4 more laps of fuel than I do. I've put in 25 laps of fuel. With an extra 3 laps. Into the pits we go. Hate that pit entrance. There we are.
You're running
Second
first.
in the row. Into the pits. We should rejoin comfortably in second place here. Wirtz is in third. We'll do an update soon, Benjamin. Don't you worry. Away we go. We're nailed on for at least a top 2 finish. Avoiding any incidents, of course. We're going to rejoin in second place, clear of Wirtz, and way behind Jarno Trulli. Jarno Trulli going for the overcuts. I can't believe so many drivers went for the intermediates at the start. If they had just waited in the pits for an extra 20 seconds, they would have all chose the softs. But they were so eager to get to the grid and set things up. They didn't even think about the potential that it would just stop raining and dry up. And now it looks like there will be no more rain on the horizon. Let's just do a full race update again, just to see what's going on. So, that's Trulli in the lead with Massa's helmet. Then it's me, Wirtz, with his teammate Raikkonen behind. Then it's Michael Schumacher. Alonso's up to 6th now. Button, Coulthard, Webber, Davidson slipped down to 10th. That's a shame. Rosberg, Heidfeld, Ralph, Rubens Barrichello, Kubica, Sato, Villeneuve, Montero, Liuzzi, Speed, Karthikeyan. Only 1 retirement so far. 3 laps of fuel on board for Trulli. Okay. Yes, Michael, I remember you saying. Are you looking forward to that?
Jarno Trulli has just put up the fastest lap of the
Trulli
race.
fast. He might get this overcut here. We might have a battle on our hands. Might not be quite as simple as we may have thought, based on the first few laps.
Trulli is running first, about 20 seconds ahead. You're running second.
I thought the rain would last longer, yeah. And then by the time the lights actually went out there, the rain was not falling. It was just very, very lightly damp on the circuit. It was basically at the crossover point on my lap to the grid. I'd like to see Wirtz get a podium. That'd be nice. Wirtz Mania, of course. This layout is almost identical to the current layout. Turn 10 hairpin here, they've widened it, so it's not as sharp a angle at the apex. Apart from that, it's pretty much identical.
Trulli has just put up the fastest lap of the race.
This circuit on this game it's obviously not laser scanned. It's very different. The undulation, the peaks and troughs, completely wrong compared to real life. Hello Andrew, I'll give you a quick rundown of what happened. So the race was about to get underway and it was raining on the lap to the grid. So a lot of drivers, including Alonso, Schumacher, Raikkonen, almost every single driver went for the intermediate tyres. By the time we got round to the grid to start the race, it was pretty much dry, so I went for the soft tyres. Because I was on the correct tyres and everybody else was on the wrong tyres, they had to pit early on and fell behind, which meant I was in the lead until my most recent pit stop, where I've fallen behind Trulli, and my rivals are all down in the lower end of the points, so it's looking pretty good. This is exactly what we need for the championship. Yes, it should be. I just didn't change the numbers. Usually I do change the numbers, but it doesn't bother me at all. It only bothers people watching. Maybe I'll change them. I don't know.
Trulli has just put up the fastest lap of the race.
As long as my helmet's correct, which it is. I've got the James Early helmet.
Already in the
The actual number on the card doesn't bother me too much. Michael has a 9-point lead, yes. He's finished second, third, second so far this year. Which means he's only dropped 12 points out of a possible 50 points scored. Tsunoda, the new race leader. Raikkonen's up to third. Trulli might overcut me.
already in the pits.
He's pitting this lap. This might be very close. He's got a 19-second lead here, coming into the pits. Is that enough for the overcut? Down to the pit crew at Ferrari to make the difference. Can they get their man out in front? Jarno Trulli, rivals with James Early in their years at Toyota. Now they've separated. Early remains at Toyota. Trulli jumped ship to Ferrari. An Italian driver, an Italian car. Looking for his first victory for his new team. He's in the pits now. Early hurdling down the main straight. And where is Jarno Trulli? Trulli just rejoining. He's not done enough, and James Early retakes the race lead. Let's go. Rivals? You guys aren't rivals. Yeah, we are. Of course we are. That is P1. P1, mates. P1. One like Prost and Senna. I don't think rivalry is limited to Prost and Senna. It doesn't have to be like a heated rivalry for multiple championships to be classed as a rivalry, does it? There should be more F1 pit stops in a race. In real life, yes, I think an F1 race should contain a minimum of 2 or 3 scheduled stops. I hate one stops. Luckily, we don't see as many one stops anymore. Focus on 22.4 to 22.6. That is very precise for a person who's communicating with a chat as well. But I'll try my best. Let's see how close I am to that. I'm miles off. 23.0. Michael, I choose what to stream to YouTube in terms of the quality. I stream in 1080 because I'm playing the game in 1080p. Makes sense. I stream it in 30 FPS. I'm playing the game in 60 FPS, but on playback, especially in a live stream, it'd be quite intensive to stream at 60 FPS. Because I've got the bitrate set to 6000. But YouTube compresses live streams a lot. So if I was streaming in these settings but on Twitch, it would look a lot better. There's less compression. Which is one of the downsides of YouTube streaming. Surely you might have less fuel. I'm streaming something completely different tomorrow. I wrote it all down. I made this Excel document of what I'm streaming every day for the rest of the year. What videos I'm making each day. I can't actually remember what I'm playing. It's something really strange that I've never played before. It is a PS2 game. Oh, what is it? It's like called Grand Prix Challenge, I think. I thought it'd be quite kind of funny because I always play F1 Challenge. Now time to play Grand Prix Challenge. You can Google search it. It looks an interesting game. That's the Once a Tent. I've never played it before. I was just looking at titles to download for the PS2 emulator, and that one popped up, and I thought, that's interesting. Sad fact for the results, it doesn't matter if I win. Why would that not matter if I won? 10 points is good. Oh, Michael will still be ahead, yeah, that's fine, but it's about closing the gap, isn't it? Should play Need for Speed Underground 2 again. I've still got it installed, I have not deleted it. I went through all my hard drive and SSD yesterday to clear out space. And I deleted some games. Deleted Richard Burns Rally. I don't plan on playing that. But I kept Need for Speed Underground 2. F1 Championship Edition was on PS2 and PS3. Andrew, not to be that guy, but it wasn't. F106 was on PS2. Championship Edition on PS3. Lenka, thank you very much for the sub. Traffic, yeah. Navigated it though. 4-second gap back to Jarno Trulli. The top 10 drivers within... Oh, top 11 drivers within a minute of the lead. Ricardo Rosset Racing would... Is that an actual game? Or are you just saying that would be good? That was B.I.G. Big. Yeah, F1 Championship Edition was a PS3 exclusive. I know it all too well because I had a PS2 and not a PS3, so I played F106 Could never play Championship Edition.
Honda, already in the
Honda.
pits.
What's with Trulli? I think he's getting stuck behind back markers. Maybe he's heavier on fuel. I have to play Nelson Piquet's Grand Prix Evolution on stream one time. That was a game from my childhood, which I've asked it before, I think, in the Discord, and nobody else had played it. It seemed to be just me who has ever played that game. Michael, that would have to be like a charity stream. Raise money for a good cause to put me through 24 hours of sheer pain. Which game never heard of him? Yeah, Nelson Piquet's Grand Prix Evolution. It was a game from the late 90s, maybe even 2000. And it's set in the distant future, where Formula One races in these sort of magnetized cars that are slightly floating on circuits spanning the whole solar system. You can race on the moon, on Mars. 7K sub special. Now, I've never really done a milestone special stream. If I got to 10K subs, then maybe I'd do something special. Alaska, I'll hardly know her. Brilliant. Really good banter. Yeah, Ketchup, I'm sponsored by a game that, if I had to hazard a bet, whoever made Nelson Piquet's Grand Prix Evolution, the company, I'm pretty certain don't exist anymore. I'd be very surprised if a company that made that game still exists. But please, if somebody could Google search that just to find out. There is a Johnny Herbert game, yeah. Definitely not EA Sports. Pluto Grand Prix.
You're running first.
Formula One World Championship, not Intergalactic Championship. Actually? Yeah, you're correct. Approaching half race distance now. We've been in full control of this one. We are winning, Dom, yes. Bit of a strange start to this one, split between intermediates and softs. Intermediates was the wrong choice, and 18 of the 22 drivers went for the intermediates. How many races are recorded for Streamline?
Has lost his rear wing.
Ooh, crash. Let's see what's happened. Formel, I don't do any more than one in advance because I can't. After each race, there's things people have to vote on and, all that stuff. So I've recorded the Hungarian Grand Prix. I did it on maybe Saturday or Friday. It has to be edited, of course. What's happened to Sato? Where is he? Oh, no. I think he's been hit by somebody. Unless he crashed on his own. Oh, yeah, he went straight on at turn 1. This is Takuma Sato. Takuma Sato into turn 1. That's got to be brake failure. Straight on. Into the wall. Out of the race. Jacques Villeneuve's racing vision. Ah, that's where he gave his license to then. Interesting. We have the same sort of fuel as Trulli. Then Schumacher in third. Wow, Schumacher's so consistent. Then it's Raikkonen, Alonso. Ooh, that's close. But Weber, Coulthard. Okay, let's go back racing. Here's Davidson.
Takuma Sato is unable to continue. He's retired in sector 1.
I don't think Sato's finished a single race this year. Satent, that's brilliant. Inside software. Who are they? When will Sato catch a break? I don't know. He didn't catch one, but he locked one. That's how he ended up in the wall.
You're running first. 35 laps to go.
Hello, Jax. How you doing, mate? Welcome to the stream. Gizmo, I was thinking the same thing. Knowing Nelson PK. I don't know Nelson PK. I do not have affiliation with Nelson PK. I can confirm. Nintendo. Definitely stands for Nintendo. Is Meadland in the points? Nowhere near. That's another good video. Ranking all the driver-named Formula 1 games from the 80s and 90s. That's a brilliant idea. This stream is turning into a goldmine for great video ideas. Thanks, guys. ...2003 British Grand Prix. Exciting times. Is the Nelson PK game like Wipeout? It kind of looks similar, yeah. I've never played Wipeout, so I don't really have much of an opinion. Ayrton Senna's Monaco Grand Prix. Yeah, I've heard of that one. I've not played many of the self-titled F1 racing games. A tier list of every controversy Nelson PK's been in. Number 5. Making fun of Nigel Mansell's wife or whatever he did. Said she looked like a horse or something. I can't remember exactly. It was something like that. Yeah, never played Wipeout. Why don't I do Q1, Q2, Q3? Ketchup, it would be way too much work, mate. I'd do Q1, then I'd have to quit the game, spend 25 minutes setting up Q2 with the correct people. Then the same, another 15 minutes setting up Q3. And then after that, I'd have to add everybody back in. You know, it'll be an extra 2 hours of work for not much reward. Tier list of Ayrton Senna's 15 biggest controversies. Yeah. Number 1. I don't know. No comment, I suppose. That's fair enough, Joanne. I'll let you off. Probably catch him pretty quick now. There was a Nigel Mansell game, yes. Big Niger's Formula 1 Fun or something.
Already in the pits. Williams, already in the pits.
Gerhard Berger's Formula 1 quiz, that's a game? Really? Jax, you can't be saying that. Poor Nige had to sell all his stuff, didn't he? Did you guys see that? He auctioned off basically everything he's ever won in his career a few months back. I was looking at all the listings. There was about 500 listings on an auctioneer's website. And it was some random stuff. Big Rigs. That sounds like one hell of a game. Big Rigs the game. There's a train of 3 cars in front of me. Blue flags. Blue flags. Blue flags, everybody. Thanks. Excuse me, Rosberg, mate. Just out the way. Thanks. Trolley's not going to be getting through that very quickly. Do I have a problem? No, Andrew. No, I do not have a problem. Just a skill issue, I suppose.
Midland.
Ooh,
Already in the pits.
Midland. It's nice to hear a Midland on a fine Sunday afternoon. 30 clicks outside of the centre of Barcelona.
You're running first.
Going backwards is sometimes quicker than forwards in big rigs. I'm more confused than I was 2 minutes ago, that's for sure. Who's played Lego Island, or Lego Island 2, or Lego Island 2 Extreme Stunts, or Lego Racers 1 or 2? The late 90s, early 2000s Lego games were some of my favourites as a child. Lego Loco was the reason I got into gaming. It was my first ever video game. With the pizza delivery guy, yes. Pepper, whatever his last name was. His last name was like Pizza or something. Pepper Pizza or something ridiculous like that. Trolley's got through all the lap traffic so quickly. Lego Loco is goated, agreed. Pepperoni, yeah, that's his name. A pizza delivery guy working for his dad's pizzeria, and his name is Pepperoni.
You're running first. 30 laps remaining.
Not Peppa Pig, no. Pepe Rooney. It's Rooney! What a goal! Hot Wheels World Race, are you talking about, Jeb? Hot Wheels World Race, I think, came out in maybe 2001. That was one hell of a game. I loved that game. Have fun, Jacob. Man, Hot Wheels World Race was great. I'm sure they made a movie as well. A Hot Wheels movie. I agree, John. Garnacho's goal was fantastic. Right, get out of the way, Minardi's. Why are you defend? Get out the way! Third time to charm. Move!
You're running first.
There we go.
Midland. Already
Bologna is his dad. No way. You're making that up. I just heard a Midland as well. The Hot Wheels TV show. I seem to remember a Hot Wheels movie for some reason. But maybe I'm wrong. I always get mixed up with Hot Wheels movie maybe and Power Rangers Turbo from like 96. Early can't pass a back marker. Hashtag washed. Hashtag early washed trending on 2006's version of Twitter. I suppose MySpace. Facebook's around at that point. Who is third? Alonso's third. Raikkonen fourth. It's all switched around. Alonso on the road to recovery, but he's miles behind me and Trulli. It's really early versus Trulli for the win. They've had a few battles as teammates over the past few years. Toffee, I knew you'd say something about United. Considering you are an Everton fan. Where is Montero? Montero, he's out.
You're running
Ha!
first.
Garner. We are past half race distance now. Trulli really putting the pressure on. Yeah, make sure to drop a like on the stream. Thank you very much, everybody. Thanks.
Kimi Räikkönen has just put up the fastest lap of the race.
Or dislike it, I suppose. After everybody disliked my AMS2 video.
Williams already in the pits.
Ah, okay, Jeb. 3 films. Let's go. 3 Hot Wheels films. The 2000s were really a time in human history for random things to be made. Random media, I think, peaked in the early 2000s, especially when it comes to games, because I think it was cheap enough for anybody who wanted to be a developer to develop a game. It was cost effective and it didn't take too long, like the development cycle wasn't too long. And PC, obviously you could publish whatever on PC, but PlayStation 2, they were giving licenses to everybody. Oh, that's so close. Trulli sending it on the inside. So PlayStation 2 especially, you got some random games. Carolines, thank you very much, mate. Hello to you as well. I appreciate it. I tell you what, the notification is very bright. It's very bright blue. It's like a blue flag symbol. .40 laps completed here. We're on course for a victory. I'm pretty confident at that.
You're running first.
Cars movie. Cars movie's great. I went to see it in the cinemas. Might have been my first ever movie in the cinema. I remember distinctly. You know how you just have random memories of maybe not anything spectacular, but it just sticks in your memory for the rest of time. I have a distinct memory of just sitting, waiting outside the room, the cinema room, whatever it's called, waiting for Disney Pixar Cars to start. I was sitting there, my dad was standing up, my sister was sitting next to me, and I had some popcorn. A box of popcorn, ready to go. Just waiting for the movie. A very mundane thing. And at the time, I probably thought nothing of it, but skip forwards almost 20 years later, and it's something that I still remember. You never know what's going to be a memory. Isn't that strange? You forget a lot of your life. Trulli's pitting this lap. But you never really know what's going to be a memory until it just becomes one. Which is kind of nice and kind of scary at the same time. So Trulli into the pits. We're extending. I've got 2 laps of fuel left. Buttering your toast in nursery is your weird memory. I have a weird memory in nursery. We had like a soft play area. And there was this kid. Forgot his name. But I remember one time he stuffed me down the corner of the soft play area. And I remember not being able to breathe. That's why I remember it, because it was traumatic. I was maybe 3 years old. Where's the person who's supposed to be watching over us? I remember him stuffing me in the corner of a soft play area. Like that, like down the side of a sofa kind of thing. Really weird. Also, I remember in the next nursery group, there was this really fat guy who always used to sit on me. I used to just get bullied by this fat guy at 4 years old. Just used to sit on me all the time. And he's really fat, so I couldn't move. Crazy. Other memories from nursery. We used to drink milk every day, like little cartons of milk. And my milk had lumps in it, you know, like what do you call it? Is it churned milk? Is that the right word? Yeah, one time I was like, obviously it comes with a straw. I'm trying to suck the milk through the straw, and these chunks come through. Disgusting. No, John. No, he didn't. Oh, yeah. Box. Okay, box. Curdled. That's it, yeah. Curdled milk. Hmm. Your first exposure to F1. I don't know what my first exposure was. I'll tell you a funny story. I didn't have a games console until I was maybe 7 or 8 years old. I'm going to put a tiny bit more extra fuel in because we're burning more fuel than we're supposed to be. I need to change that. Okay, so there we go, 27. I'll tell you the funny story after the pit stop. Into the pits we go. Stop. Have I ever seen a footballer sneeze? No. Raikkonen's up to second. We are going to rejoin in this race. Where is Kimi Raikkonen? I think he's right behind me. There he is. We're going to rejoin just in the lead ahead of the McLaren of Raikkonen. 27, yes, because we keep burning more fuel than it says. So 22 laps of fuel did 19 laps. Then we put 25 laps of fuel in and it did 21 laps. So I'm putting 27 laps of fuel in now. Trulli, maybe he's stuck behind those guys in the background. I don't know. Oh, there's so much traffic. Need to get past this traffic as quick as possible. The two Red Bulls side by side. Come on, lads. Sort yourselves out. Webber and Coulthard. There we go. Got past them. When I was in nursery, so you're about 4 or 5 years old in nursery in the United Kingdom, I had a friend, and we just got back from Christmas break or whatever it's called, and he said for Christmas he got a PlayStation. I was thinking, what the hell is a PlayStation? In my mind, a PlayStation was, you know how you can get those mats which are in the shape of a town with roads on, and you can have toy cars and the toy cars can go around. I was imagining a car park, like a multi-story car park that you could play with your toy cars. That's what I thought a PlayStation was. And then years later, for Christmas, I got a PlayStation 2. You can imagine my surprise when I found out it was nothing to do with toy cars. Raikkonen's fast, man. How much fuel has he got on board? Okay, he's pitting this lap. That's fine. James, our special boy. Alonso's out! Alonso, suspension. That's good. Again. Schumacher's up to second. Where's Alonso? Aha! Yes! That brilliant form of Alonso. Back-to-back victories. It's all come undone. Alonso, rounding turn 9, pulls off to the side of the circuit. Suspension failure at his home Grand Prix means he's out. Now we just need Schumacher. How do I remember so much about nursery? I remember a lot about nursery. Another thing I remember from nursery is I'm too young to be able to write. Obviously, I can't read and I can't write. I can just speak. And we had one computer in our nursery class, and only obviously one kid was allowed to use it at one time. It had to be supervised. And I went on Microsoft Word, and I remember typing a whole page full of 6. Just, you know, the number 6. 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, all the way. And I printed it out and gave it to my teacher and said, here you go. Here's a book that I've been writing. Thinking that's how words worked. Like, you just type something and it makes sense. But it's just a page full of 6s. I didn't know how to, read or write. I was too young. It's funny, Toffee, because the in-game files, they've got the best reliability. Teachers have to put up with a lot. That teacher had to be like kind to me and say, wow, James, well done, that's so good. Good writing there. It's just a page full of numbers. It doesn't make sense. I don't know, not end up in special ed. I'm sure all kids were like that. Best moment. Year 2, which is 2 years after nursery. So I'm about, 6, turning 7 this year. The teacher says to us, if anybody can wiggle their ears without touching them. You know how some people have that extra muscle, they can wiggle their ears. We're allowed the whole jar of sweets that the teacher was keeping for special occasions. And she was fully expecting nobody to be able to wiggle their ears. And there I was at the back of the class, wiggling my right ear. Won the whole jar of sweets.
20 laps remaining.
Amazing. Blue flags, mate, come on. Maybe my proudest moment, actually. Full race update lap 50, sounds good. Sounds like a plan. James was wiggling what? Don't sound so surprised. My ear. I'm sure some of you can do it, right? Or you've seen people be able to do it. They can move their ears. It's an unused muscle now, I think. People suspect it was from a time where we had to rotate our ears like dogs. You know, directional audio. Can I wiggle my ear now? Yes. You won't be able to see unless you looked very, very closely. And it's only my right ear. I can't do it with my left. Shumi is pretty quick. Well, there's no more pit stops for me, at least. You can vibrate my eyes. I've seen people do that. Yeah, I can't do that. I can go cross-eyed and I could, you know, have one eye looking forward, one eye inwards, outwards. But that's about it. Do you know what to do with that big fat ear? Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. That's exactly what my teacher said to me when I was 7 years old. Dunces went... Oh my gosh, Michael. We had a Victorian themed day in year 5. Where we all had to pretend to be from the Victorian era in Britain. So that's the 1800s. And I had dirty fingernails, apparently. So I was taken out of the class by the teacher. And the teacher said, scream when I hit this box with a cane. She had a cane. Obviously, she wasn't going to hit me. She started hitting the boxes and I had to pretend to scream. Whilst everybody in the class was unknowingly thinking I'm getting beaten up by the teacher. I think I sold it pretty well. Michael Schumacher's right behind me now. But Michael won't overtake me. I can defend for my life. He has to pit again. Okay, that's good. Oh, he's into the pits, yeah. Okay. That's brilliant. Oh, gosh. Don't look behind you now, mate. James Early Law. My childhood was a special one. If you think deeply about it, I'm sure everybody's childhood was just full of random moments. I just happen to remember quite a few. Oh. Thanks, Benjamin, I think. So Trulli back up to second. He's just under 5 seconds behind. James Dirty Fingernails Early. That's my new name. So the same year as the Dirty Fingernails story, I went into hospital for an operation and I missed a week of school. And my whole class were tasked with making me this massive card. I think they thought I was dying or something. I was not dying at all. So they spent 2 hours of lesson time making a massive card for me, and everybody inside wrote like not an A4, but like a A5 page saying, "Oh, get well soon, James. Can't wait to see you back." Anyway, all seemed normal. But then, like, further down on the card, there was an A5 piece of paper with a big message saying, "Oh, can't wait to see you back, James. We've been missing you." From some guy I've never heard of. Forgot his name. It began with D. Not Dean, but something like Dean. But it turns out he was a brand new student that just happened to start the week that I went off ill. But he was forced to write this big message in a card to me, a person he didn't know, never knew of. I was very confused. Championship update. Let's do a full race update. So I'm in the lead. Trulli in second. He's going to the end as well, if the fuel allows him. What the hell? Oh, that's only just come through. Thanks, Carolines, again, though. Thanks. Raikkonen in third. Michael Schumacher's only fourth. That's good. Good for the championship. Button, Heidfeld, Wirtz down in seventh now. Then it's Barrichello, Ralph, Rosberg, the two Williams battling. Coulthard, Webber, Davidson, Kubica, Villeneuve, Speed, Liuzzi, Montero, Karthikeyan, Alonso out. He gone. He's out. Sato. Pablo Monto's out. I know, Carolines. I was just thanking you again. It only just came through as a notification. Was it D's nuts who wrote the card? Got him. You once rizzed up the trainee teacher back in year 2. Google Senna 15 for more. That's interesting, Jan. James Early with pace today. Shock. We've never seen this before. We'll be closing the championship gap with this result. You think Trulli might pit in the final lap? Yeah, I'm unsure. He might do. So what was the guy's name? I don't know. Dean Declan, maybe? I remember what he looked like. No, his name began with T, like Trevor. Or... I think it was Trevor. You've got a chocolate advent calendar next to you. I bought my chocolate advent calendar in October. Excuse me, Villeneuve, just passing, mate. Okay, apparently not. Excuse me, Villeneuve, just passing. Thank you. Taylor Cockrell. Yes, that was the guy. Imagine the guy's watching my stream now. I think he was only in our school for about 2 weeks, so I very much doubt it. No, Benjamin. No, I don't. That sounds like a joke. Promptly finds the word Riz irritating. Nobody likes the word Riz. You guys, some of you guys know the moderator in my Discord, a guy called Jack. I went to university with him. I'm sure at one point he referred to himself as the Rizzler, which made me cringe deep down inside. Where's the booze? Parrots. We've drank it all already. You're late. What is Riz? What a deep, meaningful question. What is Riz? How deep does it go? Short for charisma. Oh yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah. James Early is Riz. At least Joe's got the right idea. How is Riz? How much can James drink before his racing performance is seriously affected? That's a good idea for a video. Set a baseline time, and then the objective is I do a lap, come into the pits, that's the baseline time. Then I'll take a shot, do the lap, you know. We have to stay within. Maybe it's a competition against somebody else. You have to stay within, let's say, 5 seconds of that time, up or down, until you're outside of that, and then suddenly you've lost. Do it on iRacing, you'll join me. Okay. You'd have to be on camera though, Joe. Are you comfortable on camera? Whose car is left in the second corner? That is Takuma Sato. You own a webcam. I know. I've seen your face. Not updated Catalonia circuit. Actually unplayable. What, in this Sultan? I mean, it's not exactly laser scanned, is it? Pretty dangerous car left there. I know, yeah. Just off the racing line, deep in the gravel. Adam, if he wins the championship, I think Schumacher stays another year. If he doesn't, I think he retires. What if he loses to me? Then he still retires, right? I'm just thinking, if he wins, that means it's his 5th World Championship. And then he's level with Fangio. And surely he'd want to go for one more. But if he doesn't, he's still on 4 and he's probably lost the motivation.
You're running first.
I can make Michael never go on the ski trip, I suppose. Crazy how it's been more than a decade since Michael Schumacher's injury. It was at the start of 2013, wasn't it? Toffee, I don't plan on bringing him back. I wish he never returned in 2010. Will Fisichella return? Yes. He'll be back to racing fitness maybe by October 2006. Don't know if there'll be a space on the grid for him. But he's a good driver. I'm sure somebody will snap him up. It was December 2013. Okay, so next month it will be a whole decade since we last heard, you know, or cited Michael Schumacher. What happened to Fisichella? He had a crash very similar to what Jules Bianchi had in real life, in-game. But it was a lot more violent. I mean, it's only a video game, but... How many wins does Michael have? 60-something. 67, maybe? What race? It was the Brazilian Grand Prix last year. He went straight on, full speed at the first corner. Went round a barrier, underneath a crane, and then into a metal Armco barrier the wrong way. It was crazy. Fizzy to Spiker. Spiker was a great livery. A nice looking car. Hakkinen comeback. Oh yeah. It's about time. When will a Gourmet Peanuts stream happen? My brother's still too scared to be on a stream, so... Until that changes, there will never be a stream there. He won't appear on the stream with me, he's just going to be a voice in the background. Did Fizzy have a new head? Yes, it was like a Lego man. We just popped one of his heads off, another one back on. Aussie Grack, welcome back, mate. Robert got no Riz. True. He has just turned 18. Maybe so, Carelines. Yeah, maybe. Now, my brother's 18, my sister's 25. Goodbye, Jeb. If it sucks, can we fast track Sir Lewis? I don't want to bring Lewis Hamilton in before 2007. Where is Junior? Stuffed down the side of my bed. I mean, no, he's on a mission in Southeast Asia right now. I think he was supposed to fly back yesterday, but his plane got delayed. Tax evasion. I don't know his business. He's evaded something, whether it's the authorities or it's tax, I'm not sure. What's it like not being an only child? Feels fine. I don't know what life would have been like if I was an only child. I reckon I'd be very bored a lot of the time. So I think a lot of my childhood was about... Because I'm basically the same age as my sister. She's a year and a bit older than me. So... And my brother's a few years younger than me. So I always had like somebody to play with as a child, I suppose. But I don't know what it's like being an only child. Who here is an only child? What can you tell me about it? When will my girlfriend start sim racing? I don't have a girlfriend anymore, Carolines. So I'd have to find one first and then convince them to sim race. Do I get on with my siblings? Yeah, perfectly fine. I feel like I'm in a therapy session now. You get spoiled, yeah. I bet. I know a few only children who get spoiled. What happened? Oh, nothing. It's just life, innit, Carolines?
8 laps
Nothing that deep.
remaining.
You make your own fun as an only child. Yeah. I had a load of projects as a child. Just doing random things. Lots of them involved Formula 1. Like chalking out circuits outside on the floor. And then getting very sad when rain came and swept it all away. I'm not going to get sad, Benjamin. It's not something I get sad about. Very funny. Good joke. Hello, Sampas. You join us with less than 10 laps to go to claim a victory. You're the youngest of 3. I'm a middle child. Toyota 1-2. Well, it was last year, not last week.
You're running first. 7 laps to go.
Did he just lap that guy, or is that third place battling? Jacob, that's pretty cool. I used to, yeah, so I'd chalk out a racetrack. I put little markers down. I've told this story before. Put little markers down maybe about every 10 centimeters around the circuit. And then you'd get all your, I don't know, Hot Wheels cars. And get a piece of paper, tear it up, write a name on, stick it to the top of the Hot Wheels car with sellotape. The pit stalls for me, my grandma had loads of, what do you call them? Not DVD boxes. Before DVDs. Tape boxes, right? And I'd build the pit boxes out of that. And then I'd roll a dice for each car to see how far they move forwards. VHS, yeah. And that was my fun. I didn't really do scale electric. I didn't really like scale electrics. Because it was, I don't know. They were all on rails, aren't they?
You're running first. 6 laps.
Trolley looking interested. 6 laps to go. Which pain the French like the most? This sounds like a setup for a joke. No, I do not know. Blasterman, hello mate. Oh, that's wide. Don't want to give Trolley a chance. Panau Chocolat. Oh, very funny, brilliant. I should have known that one. Is that Raikkonen? No, it's a McLaren. Not a McLaren. A BAR. Honda. A Honda, not a BAR. Trolley will pit anyway on final lap. Let's just double check that. He's got 5 laps of fuel. Raikkonen's the same. Schumacher's got 2 extra litres. If Trolley and Raikkonen end up pitting on the final lap and Schumacher somehow gets 2nd place, I will not be happy. Oh, well, Formel, that's quite spread out in age. Is that smoke? Better not be. It's Baumgartner.
You're running first.
5 laps to go.
5 laps to go.
Everything seems fine. Everything is under control. What memory do you guys think of? Like a gaming memory that just makes you happy? Just to think of it. Mine would be Back in, I don't know what year it would have been, 2010, school was called off because it was so cold that all the pipes at school froze. And apparently it was against the law to let children in when there was no running water or something stupid like that. The pipes had to be repaired. So we got a day off school. And I went home, went onto the Xbox 360, and all my friends and me just played Halo Reach. No, Halo 3. It was before Halo Reach came out. Halo 3 all day. It's great fun. Just a nice time. There's a yellow. Oh! Has everybody just survived that? Who was that? Have I ever been to Bookmore? No, I have not. It's quite far away from where I am. It's the other side of London as far as I'm aware. Getting around London is not something I really like doing. Completing your first F1 Challenge career mode race today. That's nice. James thinks it's stupid to not let kids in school with no running water. I don't know, it just felt like a weird thing. I suppose none of the toilets would have worked properly. Oh, what am I doing throwing it away? Concentration time, come on. Do not bottle. I do not want to bottle this. There's so much pressure with Schumacher being so consistent, but I have to pull these results out the bag. I cannot let just even one of these slip. Don't look at the chat for the final 3 laps. But I like talking to you guys. Brazil. Yes, Marcelo. Oh, F4. Okay. Opinions on the 2006 Ferrari livery. Not so good. That's nice, Tristan. I had Toka race... Toka, it's Toka, isn't it? I used to say Toka, and then my friend had a go at me. Ah, it's not Toka, it's Toka. Can you not read? Yeah, I can read. T-O-C-A. Race Driver 3, I had that one. Jacob, I'm really enjoying it. Like I said, I recorded a full race earlier. Will be uploaded maybe tomorrow. Brazil mentioned. You love Rubens Barrichello. I like Rubens Barrichello. I don't love him, but I like him.
Ferrari, already in the pits.
He's pitting. Trulli's pitting. What's up with the fuel, man? We were going to win anyway, but I really don't understand what's up with the fuel. It must be something to do with the engines. Using up more fuel. How do I fix it?
You're running first. 2 laps remaining.
Wait. Yeah, okay, Michael Schumacher's now up to second. He's got to have to pit this lap, right?
Already in the pits. Williams.
Am I going to do a Monaco pole? I most likely will, yes. That is true. Alessio started in BAR, went to Williams, now in Toyota. Agreed, Jacob. They're definitely getting there, though, with the content that's available in the game. I think Michael Schumacher will pit this lap. Imagine he runs out of fuel instead. Let me just check. Nah, he's not got a pit stop requested. Interesting. Put a move there on Montero. We need Monaco for Red Bull's Star Wars livery. Ah, true. Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, my favourite Star Wars movie, releasing. in cinemas.
You're running first.
Was it the Superman livery? When? That's the 2006 one, right? Star Wars was definitely 05. Oh, right, it's 06 now. Shit, I thought it was 05.
Already in the pits.
Oh, that's kind of sad. Is Michael Schumacher going? How's he got the fuel to do this? What fuel is that man on? He's got 3 litres. He's got 3 litres of fuel. Is he even going to make it to the end? I don't hope on the AI's downfall, but Michael Schumacher is my rival. For my sake, in the championship, I hope he just stops by the side of the circuit towards the end of this lap. He's risked it. He's stayed out. He's took a gamble. Is it going to pay off for Michael Schumacher, who's circulating round the track on the final lap with barely a slither of fuel left in the tank?
Renault already in the pits. Sauber already in the pits.
Has Michael done enough fuel saving to drag that Ferrari to the end to make it 6 podium finishes in a row? Or is it all going to come undone on this final lap? He's still got 1 sector to go. Oh, let me just check. I just really got to check. He's got 1 litre. Does he make it? I don't know. He's got 1 litre and 1 sector to go. Oh, that is... Oh my gosh. Any second now, Schumacher's just going to stop.
There's a spin in sector 3. Watch for the yellow
That
flag.
is not Schumacher. Anyway, rounding the final corner for the final time. Through it all, James Early across the line to win his 3rd race of the season. Brilliant stuff.
Congratulations, you've won the Spanish.
Schumacher's done it.
Michael Schumacher has finished.
He's finished his 2nd. How's he got the fuel to do that? Surely he's going to run out any second now. He's ran out now. No way.
Yellow
Oh, that is
finished in 3rd position. Raikkonen
as if.
4th.
Disqualified for, yeah, no fuel sample given. Where did I qualify? 1st, Ethan. Oh, it's weird seeing you with not Rizzleton as your name. Did he have 1 litre left? He must have crossed the line with 1 litre. Right, let me just crash. Ah, yes. No better way to finish a race than by crashing. The tyres are just rolling around. That was a big death. Who was that? Was that Raikkonen? Oh, it's Wirtz. Sorry, Wirtz.
Button has finished in 5th position.
Oh, brilliant stuff.
After that fantastic Spanish Grand Prix, let's take a look at
So we only closed the gap by 2 points to shoot. Oh, sorry, Benjamin. I've
Driver
skipped it now.
first. Michael Schumacher.
Happy with that. Ferrari are going to pull away in the championship again. Ferrari have not won a single race this year.
Jenson Button 5th. Nick
Wirtz,
Heidfeld,
2 points.
6th.
Ralph with 1 point for Williams. Anthony Davidson moves up ahead of his teammate Sato in the championship. On debut, finishes in 14th place. Not bad. 3 retirements. Crucially, Fernando Alonso. What's that? His 4th retirement of the year? 3rd? Who got the fastest lap? 22.323 for me. 21.610. 21.481. 21.311. What about Alonso? 22. Surprisingly, Raikkonen got fastest lap. 21.311 set on lap 38 by Kimi Raikkonen. That's a shocker, I suppose. Oh. There we go. That is it, guys. The end of a truly amazing Spanish Grand Prix. I really enjoyed that. Thanks for joining me. It was a fun chat. I know it wasn't the most entertaining race, but it did get exciting at various points. The start was exciting. The end was exciting. The middle was just... Well, we were just talking, weren't we? Make sure to give the stream a like, though. We'll be back. F1 Challenge, the next F1 Challenge stream will be on Wednesday. Tomorrow I am streaming Grand Prix Challenge on the PlayStation 2. As long as I can get it all set up correctly. That will be an interesting stream. So join me for at the same time tomorrow for that. And I'll see you all next time. Goodbye. I can't skip to the end screen because Streamlabs is not in the right mode. Let me try again.